Hey y'all, welcome back to the GTR podcast. My name is Alex. I'm a co-host now, so that's why I am doing the intro. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. Oh, wait. Yeah, my man's motioning to me like what the fuck I should be saying. Uh Emergency pod today. Of course, Donovan Mitchell was traded to the Cavaliers. If you're not aware of that, you live under a rock. And
Trade.
yeah, what the fuck are you doing? But yeah.
So what we're going to talk about is people's perspective, the team's perspective on each. Oh, sorry. Uh, what does this mean for each team that was involved? And also, we're going to talk about the Knicks because they were involved, but they sold. So that's how life
Well, they
goes.
so we'll get on to that. We'll get on to that. But
First off, we're going to start off with the Cavs.
we'll hold up. Let me just full trade details because I feel like being a fucking C-Tech Woj. Actually, Shams reported it first.
Shams
But
was okay. W Shams.
yeah,
W Shams. W.
Shams dub. I also have a Shams bias because I have the Athletic, and yeah, it's a
Continue,
dollar.
bro.
It's a dollar a
Continue.
month with my dude.
Continue.
Yeah, it was. I almost said Rudy Gobert because I have those trade details written down right next to it. Donovan Mitchell for Colin Sexton, who is then signed for 4 years, $72 million. Just for the record, I think that is exactly what he's worth. Oshai Agbaji and Laurie Markkinen that were for the last N. I wrote an S. Wow, I can spell.
Man. So
Yeah, and
the picks.
2025, 2027, and 2029 unprotected firsts, and 2026 and 2028 pick swaps. So, essentially, 3 unprotected firsts, 2 swaps, Sexton, Agbaji, Markkinen for Donovan Mitchell.
That's congratulations, Cleveland. I'm
Yeah,
gonna start off
congrats,
saying that
Cleveland.
y'all got rid of players that y'all really didn't need to get an all NBA talent. That is great W's.
That's an absolute W from them. Now, of course, there's the height questions with Darius Garland being 6'1", and same with Donovan Mitchell. I think they'll be fucking fine. Honestly, you've got two of the best offensive players in the league. I think you're fine.
You know what? And when you look deeper into this trade, it doesn't matter about how bad defensively your backcourt is because of their rim protection and how elite their front court defense is. You have Allen Mobley. You still got Isaac Okoro. Your defense is going to be set. One thing that set the Cavs, like the Cavs was, if I'm not wrong, was pushing for top 4 last season before the injuries.
Yeah, they were. I was having
Four.
this conversation, and I guess my brother was disagreeing with me. He doesn't have good takes. He also thinks fucking what's his name? Nets, anti-vax. Kyrie is no, I swear to God, I was literally forgetting his name. I promise you. I was forgetting his name. He also thinks Kyrie's the second best point guard in the league. So there's that.
Oh no.
But he was saying like, yeah, they're not you're saying they were still probably a play-in team even if they were healthy, which is blatantly incorrect. So
that's incorrect, like a mug.
Exactly.
I'm gonna say this about the Cavs. Last year, the Cavs relied on Darius Garland on so much shot creation, playmaking, and they were like I said, they were pushing top 4 in the East. You add Donovan Mitchell, who's going to score the ball, who's going to relieve some of that playmaking, and they're both are like great offensive players.
Yeah. The only guy from last year that they lost was Laurie Markkinen.
And that is defensively, that's a kind of a big loss because he was a big man who was guarding somewhat wings and he was very solid, but to add the fire punch on offense,
yeah,
come on.
you've got. It's not even like Mitchell's a bad defender. He's not. For his size, he's a pretty damn good defender, and it's not like he's a complete negative on defense.
When he tries.
Yeah, when he tries, and he's now going to be able to, now that he doesn't have the entire offensive load, he's going to have more energy to put into defense.
I'll say if they get 10% off Donovan Mitchell's defense, like improve, you like that's as much as you can ask for. He's going to give you a clean 26 points per game, like easily 26. And
you could get 26 from him on better efficiency because once again, he's not the only fucking
playmaker
guy.
And shot
creator. He's not the only shot playmaker. He's not their only source of offense.
Yep.
You've got one of the best point guards in the league in Darius Garland. So,
and what's crazy is they're young. Like this team is young.
Yeah, fucking Jared Allen, I believe, is 25 or 26, and he's under contract for
25 because Mitchell is going to be the oldest. He's going to be turning 26. He's going to be the oldest on that team, as in like that young boy.
And you got it's 26, and you've got that team has 3 All-Stars, and give it 2 years. 4.
Oh, are we calling Evan right now or no?
No, not yet. I was about to say give it a couple of years, and they're gonna have 4 All-Stars.
Okay, then. So yeah, right now they have 3, but give it a couple of years, they got 4. But go ahead and say what you're gonna say.
So my only question for them is small forward. I'm assuming they're just gonna play Isaac Okoro there, and it's not ideal, but you just got fucking Donovan Mitchell, so it's who gives a shit.
If Isaac Okoro can hit corner threes consistently, so teams can't just like play off of Isaac because that's what they're going to do at the beginning of the season. They're going to have Isaac beat him. If he can hit corner threes, GG's, bro. Like good job. Like W. They're low key for me ECF like dark horse for real.
I don't even. They're not even a dark horse. They can absolutely get there.
Yeah, they can get there actually.
Now, one thing I was really realizing I don't know if I said it on a past pod, but predicting like how well a team can do in the playoffs is like before the season is kind of fucked because if a team gets a bad matchup in the first round, then you're kind of what the
right. What are you going to do? What's the most you can really do?
Yeah. So you can be a first round exit, but a first round exit to the eventual champions.
Yeah. So, that's true. You could be a first round exit to the champions. That's true.
And because it's not even like, look, the Nets realistically, were they a good team last year? Yeah. Were they good enough to win a chip? Absolutely not. But first round sweep is harsh on them, on their ability.
It's more harsh when you realize that you had a lot of talent and the talent didn't get a game.
In that team, exactly. So that's what I mean when it's like, you don't look at the Nets and think, well, going into the season, oh, first round exit. They were one. Really, but they did also get a really, really difficult matchup. If I do say so myself.
They got Boston, which was a difficult matchup. Can I say this about Donovan? Because I just thought of it like all day has been on my mind. Donovan Mitchell, realistically, they can be probably one of the top 3 best teams in the regular season. Then I realized when playoff come, Donovan Mitchell is an all-star caliber player in the regular season. But besides 2 years out of the times he's been in the playoffs and matchups is an important thing to realize. This man has turned from an all-star to damn near a low-end superstar. Like a low-end superstar in the playoffs game. And he did that against some good teams.
I think it's also down to his insane volume and usage rate. I think that's why he gets so many points. But sorry, I'm taking Cares out of my fucking head. But also at the same time, if you're getting 30 points a game, you're getting 30 fucking points a game.
If I'm not wrong, he averaged 35 against the Clips. Against what we say is probably the two best two-way wings in Paul George and Kawhi. On a bad leg, he averaged 35. Obviously, you're not going to ask him to do this in Cleveland because you got DSJ. I said that wrong. Off the pod, I said Darius Garland wrong too. But you got Darius Garland. Sorry about that. You got Darius Garland, who's going to relieve a lot of what Donovan had to do in Utah.
And Donovan's going to be Donovan. I trust off ball a lot more than I would like if they paired him with. So recency bias, DeJounte.
Yeah.
There was a tweet. I think we both replied to this. Who's got a better backcourt, Atlanta or Cleveland?
Oh, we'll talk to that. We'll bring it up later.
Okay. We'll bring that up later.
I got some stuff about that.
Let me just write that down just to remember it.
What would you rate that trade? Because I feel like I'm not worried about the picks. You only lost one player that really mattered because you were not going to pay Colin Sexton. You were just not going to pay Colin Sexton.
Yeah.
And Lauri Markkanen was good, but Donovan or Lauri, come on, bro. And Ajay, and then Boji, Ajay, damn, I said his name wrong. Off the pot, I was saying it so right. But
you were saying it right.
He was going to replace Isaac Okoro. Now, like, it's fine having Isaac Okoro on the team at the small forward position because you can replace it with Carlos LeVert, who comes off the bench. You still got Kevin Love. Like, the amount of offense that you just gained from Donovan makes everything perfectly fine. Like, perfectly.
Yeah, absolutely. And they did give up 3 unprotected picks and 2 swaps, but 25, 27, and 29 unprotected.
The only ones going to be worth value.
Those are going to be in the 20s.
The only thing that's crazy, like, the only thing that you can probably say, like, if you want to nitpick, is they traded the 29th pick. Okay.
2029.
Like, the 2029
pick.
And it's unprotected. Okay.
Darius Garland, 50-50 will still be there. Mobley will most likely still be there.
You got Allen wrapped up.
Jared Allen's still there. He's there for 4 years.
Great job, Cleveland. If you had to give them a rating,
they get a 10. They get a 10.
They get a 10 out of 10 for that. And this sucks for me because I'm a Pistons fan and they're in our division, so I have to see these people. I had to see these people.
Well, divisions really don't really matter. It's conferences, and we're still also going to be playing them 4 times a year, and I'm not looking forward to that. Ugh. Holy shit.
Great job, Cleveland, for that one.
That's hats off.
Great job.
Shit. That was fantastic.
And talking about Cleveland, the other team that was involved, obviously Utah. Ooh, you want to start with this Utah one?
Sure. I'm thinking, looking at this trade face value, in my opinion, what he's worth. Sexton, Ojai Agbaji, I think he'll be good, not great.
He has a high floor to me.
He's more of a high floor player. Lauri Markkanen, I don't know really how much he's going to play. Like, not starter. I don't know where or if he's going to start.
Right, what direction they going in, yeah.
And I'll be honest, I'm not huge on the value of his contract. Now that I'm nitpicking, they're rebuilding.
Okay. Yeah, true.
And you get those picks, which I just said, like, they're picks though. Like, even though I did just say they're low value, like, they're not going to be very good picks. Maybe 2028 or really 2029 could be all right, but yeah. And then you look at
Colin Sexton's contract.
Yeah, Colin Sexton, I think it's perfect value for him.
Yeah.
Just a really good score. Now, coming off an ACL, there's questions, but he'll be fine.
Because of the athleticism factor, but he'll be fine.
Because he does rely a lot on his athleticism, but It's been almost a year. They didn't rush him back.
Right. Well, he was not going to rush him back because he's not going to pay him. So.
Yeah. Now the only thing we will get on to the Knicks too, but they got an offer. This report came out, thanks Woj. That the Knicks offered 3 unprotected firsts. RJ Barrett, Obi Toppin, and
Mitchell Robinson.
And
2 pick swaps.
2 pick swaps also. No, it was just 3 unprotected.
3 unprotected. My fault. I was still thinking about that.
You good. Just looking at that.
I don't know why Danny Ainge didn't accept that one.
Danny Ainge.
That's an L. Because you could that's a lot. Like RJ, Mitchell Robinson, and 3 first round picks should have done it.
RJ's better than Sexton. I love Colin Sexton, but RJ's better, and that's not really that much of a debate at all. Mitchell Robinson, who gets in foul trouble, but he's kind of like he's a good potential future defensive anchor.
Yeah. Obi Toppin is your like bust or like make potential player in that draft in that trade. So.
And like I think we both have the same value for Obi Toppin, where I'm just like, I don't rate him that highly. Like, yeah, he can dunk. Cool. And
he's solid.
Like, he's all right, but I'm not like.
I'm not jumping off the wall for him.
No, you're not.
The picks would have been a better value too, because.
And those picks would have been so much better because I don't trust the Knicks to. Not even it's because it's the Knicks. I promise you, the Knicks. Donovan Mitchell would be the only All-Star on that team.
Julius Randle was All-Star. Don't do that.
Made one. He kind of fell off a cliff. And I'm pissed about it because I fucking took him on my fantasy team. So, I don't know if he'll be able to get back to being an All-Star. Part of me wants him to because I do kind of like him. And I like that he gave the thumbs down to New York. That was fucking hilarious. No, that's harsh. That's too much. I was scared this man was going to be hating on Donovan Mitchell, and now I'm just hating on the Knicks. That's fucking.
That's crazy.
Okay.
That's crazy.
Let me be realistic though. He could go back to a fringe All-Star next year, but that's it. Okay. So that's what I mean. It's not that I don't trust the Knicks. It's that the supporting cast around Donovan would not be as good.
It'll be worse than the Cavaliers.
Because the Cavs already have 2 All-Stars.
Right. And we agree that the Cavs, like, for this trade, I think we both agree that the Cavs won. The Knicks was the ultimate losers because y'all wanted Donovan. Y'all been in talks for
and the Jazz took a huge L.
The Jazz didn't.
I think, not huge L. Like, I think that's an L to not get Mitchell Robinson 3 firsts that are better value than the 3 unprotected firsts you ultimately got.
When you make it like that, it's an L. But I think Danny Ainge really wanted the picks. Like, he couldn't care less about the player necessarily. He just wanted the pick.
Yeah. Now, yes, it's better for tanking to not have RJ Barrett on their team.
Right.
But what they're missing is a guy who, now, of course, we'll figure out next draft, but I feel like they're missing a guy who, let's build around this guy. You guys got it last year with Cade.
Yeah.
You were missing that in your rebuild. And that's currently what they don't have, of course. This is their first, selling year.
This is their first full event rebuild.
Yeah, it's been a couple months.
All right.
And they're really going to rely on the next draft to find that guy that they're after. Mm-hmm. So
I just want to say this for Utah fans. Utah, like, you're still going to be somewhat entertaining to watch because Colin Sexton is going to be solid to watch.
He's so much fun.
He's going to be solid to watch. depending if y'all still got Jordan Clarkson, Mike Conley, like y'all are going to suck.
Oh, that's actually fun as fuck. I can't lie.
Like you're going to suck,
Clarkson,
but
you're gonna suck, but it's not gonna be that bad.
It's not going to be that bad. It's going to be like we know we suck, but like these games can still be enjoyable type big.
Yeah.
So that's a W. If I had to rate the Jazz, because the Jazz did get a lot, 5 picks is something. First round picks are first round picks at the end of the day. At the end of the day, no matter what
you
it is.
got Colin Sexton, Ochai Agbaji, and Lauri Markkanen.
Colin Sexton is a high value scorer. Go ahead.
Yeah. Lauri Markkanen is Lauri Markkanen. I don't know where exactly. Do they play Jared Vanderbilt at the? I don't know why I'm really giving that many shits for their future starting lineup. But I think Markkanen is best at the 4 because he's not laterally quick enough at the 3.
He got better, though. He got better on defense at the 3,
He got better, but I don't know what the hell they're going to do. Maybe take him off the bench. I don't fucking know. Doesn't really matter at the end of the day. Agbaji, more guy.
Yeah.
Agbaji should be on that team for years to come.
Yeah.
I feel like he just could end up, I say end up, but like kind of on the Sadiq Bey trajectory.
Okay.
Maybe not dropping 50 in a random game, but still good.
Right.
And then once again, Sexton's a lot of fun. You get the picks and let the tank begin.
I'll give him an 8. I'll give him an 8 out of 10.
I'm giving. So you're thinking they did really, really well.
They did well. Like, they did well because beginning, like, when it dropped, before I knew what the Knicks gave up, like, the offer, before it was a 10 out of 10 for me. Then I realized what the Knicks had on the table.
That offer up.
Yeah.
So originally reading that, I was going to give them, like, between 6 or 7, which is good. They did well. I figured out what the Knicks gave them. I'm between 4 and 5.
No, you can't. You can't. I feel like you're undervaluing the picks. Like, you're undervaluing the first round picks.
I am a bit. But you would have gotten so much.
Think about it this way. Think about it this way, and this might change it. Think about it this way.
If that offer doesn't happen from the Knicks, I'm giving them a 6. I'm giving them a 7. Fuck that.
Think about it this way, though, Alex. This might not change it. The Jazz has 15 picks in the first round in the next, I think it's 4 years or like 5 years. That's a lot. That's a lot of assets.
Yeah, you got that many picks, which is cool. But
that's a lot of draft capital.
The difference is 2 pick swaps that I don't believe will do anything.
Right, that's true.
So,
I still give him 8. It was a good grade.
I think that's Donovan Mitchell's value if you just look at them as firsts opposed to where they're going to end up being.
Right.
I think that's his value. So that's why I'm leaning 6 or 7.
You should go 7. Because, like you just said...
disregarding the Knicks thing, I'll go 7.
Because like you said, disregarding where the pick is going to be, you get 3 first-round picks for Donovan, and then a pick swaps. Right. Like that's,
and then you get 3 picks, pick swaps,
and then the players, not to mention,
and then those players who we've gone over a million times. I feel like,
right.
I don't know. I'm just thinking like, I'm glad he didn't go to the Knicks, but. Just because let me be a Knicks hater. But they should have taken them. Hindsight's a beautiful thing. A beautiful thing. I'm getting too hung up on.
You are. You're thinking about a little bit too deep about the Knicks part.
I'll give them a light 6, as Fantano would say.
Okay, 6, 8, and then yeah.
And then the ultimate losers of all of this.
It's the
New York fucking Knicks.
You know why? You know why though? It's not because they're the Knicks. It's because I guess the first report, like the first before RJ Barrett, was Quentin Grimes, which a lot of New Yorkers like Quentin Grimes. Quentin Grimes is cool. I like Quentin Grimes. Potential
me
is
too.
there. I feel like you could have got off you getting off of Obi and Mitchell is whatever because you got Jericho Sims, even though he's not Mitchell right now. I like Jericho Sims.
Yeah, I think he's still got a lot to improve, but I think he's got some good potential. I
right.
do like him.
The only person that was crazy was RJ Barrett. If he was able to like Quentin Grimes, Cam, um, top end Mitchell, and then like three, I'll be more inclined to do that if I'm the Knicks than just giving and then just
Yeah,
RJ
I
Barrett
think
and the
that
whole team.
that would have been even if they got Donovan Mitchell. I think that original haul is kind of an L for them. Not
Yeah, the
kind of,
original.
not an L, but I think that's an overpay
It's an overpay for Donovan Mitchell
because they're giving away a guy who could be an all-star
right.
in RJ. Kind of just in
Yeah.
my opinion, like the meaning of a well-rounded kind of second option.
Right. So yeah, third option, but
And I think that's where he'll peak.
So all star, then 3 picks. Yeah, that is
Mitchell
a haul.
Robinson. That's I think a slight overpay for Donovan Mitchell. And I promise I'm not saying that because it's the Knicks who offered it. I would have said that for any team too. But yeah.
What a trade.
So at the end of I feel like it could end up being a blessing in disguise for that. Because again, RJ is a good player. I'm interested to see. I actually not interested. I like the value they got for. Oh my god, I'm blanking on his name. Mitchell Robinson. I like the value signed him for. And to give up that much, I think is too much. So, like, I understand you're trying to make it.
Sorry about that, guys.
You're good. You're good. I understand they're trying to make it like that would have been trying to make a splash, but that's
it would have been
much.
too big. It would have been too big.
You're giving up too much.
I just want to say, congratulations, Utah. Like y'all are doing a rebuild the right way. Like Danny Ainge, good job. You got a lot. You got half in the Minnesota Timberwolves roster.
Yeah,
half of their assets in draft capital.
Yeah, let me just say.
Go ahead. Tell them all what Utah Jazz got from the Rudy Gobert and Donovan Mitchell trade.
Yeah, so they traded away Donovan Mitchell and Rudy Gobert. They got back Colin Sexton, Ochai Agbaji, Larry Markkinen, Malik Beasley, Jason Balmero. Is that his first name?
I forgot his first name. Leonardo Balmero, I think.
No, I think he was an Italian guy.
Walker Kessler,
who was the rookie.
Walker Kessler,
Jared Vanderbilt, and then from the Timberwolves, unprotected 2023, 2025, and 2027 picks, top 5 protected 2029, and a 2026 pick swap. So you've got, and then the picks you got from Cleveland, 2025, 2027, 2029 unprotected, 2026 and 2028 swap.
So you get seven. You get seven first round picks, 3 pick swaps, and 8 players. If I'm not wrong, 7 or 8 players. Use the name.
What? 7,
that's a lot.
7.
That's a lot.
That's a lot. And
that's a lot. Great job, Danny. Great job.
Yes, I tweet like Danny Ainge low-key fumbled the bag when that report about the Knicks. I did tweet that, and I will stand by that. But at the end of the day, they're out of purgatory just at the right time because this is such a good draft class coming up. I think.
Yeah.
And yeah, like. And I was like this close to tweeting, and I'm like, wait, you're valuing Sexton, Agbaji, and Markkinen. I was about to say, no way they got the same amount of value out of Gobert as Donovan Mitchell. No, that's a bad take. That's a bad take.
That is bad. That's pretty bad.
I think Now, the Timberwolves also overpaid. So
yeah, we went through that trade so many times.
It didn't screw up the market, which I'm surprised. People realized that the Timberwolves overpaid.
Right.
So they're not
going to overpay for Don.
Yeah. Which I'm glad once again that the market's not fucked because of that trade.
Now the real question
finally got moving. Yeah, go ahead.
And we, like you said, you bring this up earlier. Talk about the backcourts. Which backcourt would you rather take? The Hawks or the Cavs? Mm-hmm. You want to go first, or you go first? Actually,
let me go because I tweeted my opinion. I love Trae Young and I love DeJounte Murray. I'm going to lean just barely toward Cleveland because I trust, as I said earlier, I trust Donovan Mitchell's ability off ball more than DeJounte Murray.
Okay, so we do got different. I chose the Hawks because of how good Trae Young is. Trae Young is he's a better playmaker than Darius Garland. Scoring is Trae Young. Like the amount of offensive creation and offense responsibility that Trae Young carries and be able to make his teammates better is on the higher scale than Darius Garland, which is not crazy. Like, it's not a crazy gap, but it's higher. But for better roster, it's easily Cleveland. Like Cleveland easily got a better roster, but the backcourt is
like when I say better roster. I believe it's pretty damn obvious that it's Cleveland. They've got one of the best player-for-player rosters in the league. One of the best. Did I say better or best? Because I meant to say best. I didn't. I'm still in bro, I was in the fucking weight room at my school when this shit came out. It was not mid-workout because I couldn't work out. I've got a pinched nerve in my back. It's fucked. So I was literally just sitting around scrolling through Twitter and shit. I see I see Sham's tweet that the Cavs have acquired Donovan Mitchell. I'm like, holy mother of fucking God, what just happened?
Yeah. I was getting a horror when that happened.
Dude.
When I think about the question I just brought up, actually, I think it's Hawks clear. I think the Hawks clear.
Really?
Clear. Like I say clear the Cavs backcourt, but not as a team, but the Cavs backcourt because again, Trae Young I already talked about Trae Young, the offense and the playmaking that he does. But also they have a defender in the backcourt. Like DeJounte Murray can lock up. DeJounte Murray can lock up and
all defensive talent.
I have a question.
Go ahead.
This might be a bad take. But I'm gonna throw it out there.
Okay.
Would Trae Young be better off ball than Donovan Mitchell and Darius Garland if DeJounte Murray is the ball handler?
No. Donovan Mitchell, I believe. Donovan Mitchell is of the four the most athletic and probably the best cutter. And he's a lob threat unlike the other three. He's not a lob threat.
But for a guard, he can get up there and get the ball.
Yeah, that'll help his cutting effectiveness too. So that is the only reason why I lean toward that because I think that it's going to be so awkward between DeJounte and Trae.
I think Trae can play off ball.
I think Trae.
I think he's underrated. I think he's going to be underrated playing off ball.
Well, we just haven't really seen him play off ball.
I know.
So once again, I can't wait to see that. I think Trae can do it definitely. He's got the 3-point threat,
right?
But I don't believe
it's going to be weird. It's going to be weird for Trae not to have the ball and run the offense.
Yeah, and you know what? It's not bad. Take some of it, the load off of him.
And we kind of I can see why you're leading Cleveland because we kind of seen Darius Garland play off ball with Colin Sexton a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay. And then Donovan Mitchell played off ball a little bit with Mike Conley, so we kind of see it. That's fair. We never seen Trae Young or DeJounte Murray play off ball. They always been leading ball. They guard. I'm still going with the Hawks though, because the defense.
That's fair. That's
defense and Trae Young's offense.
Yeah.
But
that's absolutely fair.
This one, I feel like it's I know this is not a hopeful podcast episode, but this is one of the better ones. It's like,
yeah,
this is fun. This is fun to talk about. But go ahead.
It's just an insane day. It's easy to have fun when fucking Donovan Mitchell gets traded. God. And now we've got one of the best, absolutely a top roster in the league, and
they're top four.
Be top three.
Top four, top three, yeah,
top three in the conference. They will. I'm relatively confident they'll finish top three in the conference now. More than relatively confident.
Are they better than the Bucks? Are they better than the Bucks? No, they're not better than the Bucks.
Well, the Bucks don't put it. No, but the Bucks don't put in as much effort. And no, I don't know why I hesitated. They're not.
They're not better than the Celtics.
No, but I do trust that they'll finish ahead of the Bucks.
Okay.
Because the Bucks don't always go full effort, and that's fine.
Okay. I'm thinking about playoffs. They're not better than the Bucks.
In the playoffs, they're going to be an exciting team.
They're not better than the Bucks, though. They're not better than the Celtics. They're not better than the Sixers.
No, I think they are. It's close, but I'm leaning toward the.
I'm leaning Sixers because Joel Embiid is the best player on the team, and it's not even close. Like it's not close.
Out of everyone on that team, yeah.
Yes, and it's not close. And James Harden's not that far off.
I'm leaning Cavs because I go sometimes, of course, to an extent, but I do go quantity over quality sometimes.
Okay.
And this is going to be one of the cases.
Are they better than the Heat?
Yes.
I'm a low-key Heat fan, so I'm gonna say no.
I like the Heat.
I like the Heat.
I like Jimmy Butler and Victor Oladipo.
I feel like they're fighting for fourth or third. They're fighting for fourth. Me saying they're not better than the Heat is low-key being ignorant because
that is absolutely ignorant.
Low-key. I'm low-key being
when it comes to the playoffs, Jimmy Butler becomes the best player on the face of the earth. But
yeah. Very late, wide open shot though. Very late, wide open. If you know, you know. If you know that meme, you know that meme. Pull up, very late, wide open. 18 seconds left. But anyways.
Oh, you really like the. Oh my god, it was 13 by the way. Was it 18 or?
It was 18. It was 18. It was 18. It was 18.
Yeah, I should know. I'm a Celtics fan here.
It was 18.
Yeah, my man really just very early back. Very late. He really
wide open,
went very late.
Wide open. But
if I wasn't a Celtics fan, I would have been so sad that he missed that because I really like Jimmy Butler. He's a dick and I love it. Right. So yeah. Anyway.
I think that's it. That's it for a short little podcast.
Short pod. We'll probably have one.
Alex did the intro too, so that was kind of clean.
But
kind of.
That was kind of clean. But yeah.
All right.
You wanna close or you want me to close?
No, absolutely not.
All right, I'll close. Thank you for coming out Thanks for coming out and listening to another episode of GTR podcast. Our next episode most likely will be Labor Day type.
Yeah, we'll record it Labor Day,
and then it'll be up most likely the next day.
We could also maybe record it Sunday night. I don't know. We'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out. But again, thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. If you're watching, and we're out. Thank you. Bye.